STC's patented EMLock, compatible with any access control, no moving parts to bind or wear, and dependable and trouble-free. STC's EMLock is modular design, has modular upgrade kits, field upgradable and repairable, never having to take it down off the door in the frame for any reason. Identical housing, template, and accessories for the 1,200 pound and the 1,650 pound, and quick mount assembly for all three sizes. STC has the 1510 series, which is 1,650 pounds, which is considered high security. The 1571, which is 1,200 pounds, which is medium security, or your basic interior security throughout the building. And then you have your 1581, which is 650 pound holding force. That is more your traffic control. This is not considered a security type EMLock or maglock. This is more for, say, your interior wood office type doors where basically you're keeping the honest people honest. Okay, the 1500 series. Limited lifetime warranty. In-user benefits. Superior appearance. We do not use epoxy. Reduced installation costs because of the ease of installation. We use an interlocking mounting plate. You mount the plate first, lock slides on, use the self-captured screws. Ease of installation. Field upgradable in 5 minutes. You can add your door position switch. You can add your bond alert switch. You can upgrade to 1,650 pounds or also drop it down to 1,200 pounds. And you can replace the PC board. Distributor benefits, since it's all repairable and upgradable, now you only have to stock the basic maglock. You can stock the door position switch, the bond alert switch, and the board on the side, and not have to stock a complete unit like our competitors. They have to actually stock a basic maglock and then a maglock with a door position switch and what have you. So this really reduces your inventory costs. As I mentioned before, the use of an interlocking mounting plate really saves time on installation. So you mount the interlocking mounting plate first onto the frame. The lock will slide in and hold itself into place. So once again, it's a one-man install. Okay, because the lock's going to hold itself in place. Now you see on the side where we show the captive mounting screws. Those are built into the body of the lock, so you're not fumbling for the screws to install it. Once it's locked into place, you're going to take your Allen wrench, which is supplied with every screw pack, tighten those two screws down, and now all you have to do is attach the wires. Auto sensing 12 or 24 volt DC. There's no dip switch to the side. It's auto sensing. You plug and play 12 or 24 volt, and it's going to read it and run. Needs to be as close to 12 or 24 as possible, because if it gets into that 16 to 18 volt range, it's going to do what we call going stupid. It's going to click back and forth. It's not going to know what voltage to run on, and you're not going to get anywhere. So it needs to be as close to 12 or 24 volt as possible. Ease of installation, we supply a paper template. This is actually will hold itself into place, so we use a clear kind of rubbery glue that will not stick to the surface of the door of the frame. So you mount the template up first. You're going to mark your screw holes, because you don't have to pre-drill anything but the wire hole and the through bolt hole in the door. Okay, so you're just going to mount the holes here, or mark the holes here. Okay, now you're going to drill your wire access hole in the top of the frame and your armature hole through the door. Once again, these are only two holes you have to pre-drill. Okay, you're going to mount your armature plate. Then you're going to attach your interlocking mounting plate to the frame and slide the lock into place. We supply armature through bolt hardware to be used on solid doors, hollow metal doors, or reinforced aluminum doors. Okay, the 1510 series EMLock. This is a 1,650 pound holding force high security maglock. We have the 1511, which is for your single door application. We have the 1512, which is your double door application. And then we have the 1513, which is your split armature, and we do not recommend that. Just because you got 1,650 pounds holding force, you're not going to get 825 pounds per door. You're going to get more down, and you're about 600 pounds. We really have this to meet some old Locknetics, which is now Schlage Electronic specifications. We always recommend this 1512 for double door applications. Okay, the 1570 series EMLock is our 1,200 pound maglock. This is kind of targeting the integrator industry due to the fact it's only 125 milliamps at 24 volt DC. The 1571 is a single door application. The 1572 is your double door, and the 1573 is your split armature. And once again, we would recommend the double door 1572 for that application. Now we have the 1581. This is our traffic control type mag lock. This is only 650 pounds holding force. The 1581 is your single door. The 1582 is your double door. STC can manufacture the EMLock with full architectural housings, both vertically and horizontally. On the horizontal application, we can do the full width of the opening, so you have one clean look going clear across. And then we also can do the vertical for those applications where you want a mag lock on the top of the door and the bottom of the door. One thing to consider on the vertical housing is ADA compliance. $1,500 series EMLock modular kits. This is unique to the STC EMLock brand. Easy upgrades. You can add the door position switch. You can add the relock timer. You can add the magnetic bond sensor, which is BAS. You add the anti-tamper switch, and you can upgrade or downgrade the holding force. Okay, the modular kit. Start off by taking the 2 screws off. Off comes the faceplate. You notice there's no epoxy in there, okay? This is why we can get to all the component parts. There's really only 2 working parts in a mag lock, that being the coil and the other being the board. Okay. As you see here, you can pull the coil right out. Okay, the coil and the board slide right out of the EMLock. The DPS or door position sensor mod kit. The EZD80 for the 1581, the EZD10 for the 1571, and the 1511. Every EMLock that goes out already has the reed switch on the board, and all you're doing is adding the magnetic door position switch on the end of each armature plate, which comes pre-drilled. Bundler switch, EZB80, once again 1581, EZB10, 1511, and 1571. Very easy to install. It slides right in underneath the board. There's 2 screws on top of the bottom of the mag lock, which will tighten it down and just plug it right into the board. Adjustable timer, EZD10. Okay, this is not available on the 1581. There's just not enough room in a small mag lock. But in this case instance, you're actually going to get a brand new PC board with the adjustable timer on. It's just a little pot board. You can adjust the timer with a small screwdriver. Anti-tamper proof screw. Basically, this just double side tapes to the inside of the cavity of the body, and it just reads if the cover's been taken on or off. Okay, the only difference between the 1,650 pound 1511 mag lock and the 1,200 pound 1571 mag lock is the coil. If you ever need to upgrade, you need a heavier holding force, you can always just replace the coil and bump it up to 1,650 pounds. Now, if you ever need to add mag locks to a system, and if 1,200 pounds is more than sufficient holding force, you can run twice as many 1571s as you do the 1511s. So say you've got a system that's got 4 1511s, 1,650 pounds. If you downgrade them to 1571s, you can run twice as many locks. So you're going from 4 locks to 8 locks. Okay, and you don't have to upgrade your power supply. STC has a full line of filler plates and angle brackets. This is one thing that's forgotten the most on the job. If they don't walk out and check the doors and the frames, inevitably they're calling us to rush out angle brackets and filler plates. So it's always a good idea that your customer goes out and checks the application before ordering the mag lock up front. Universal glass mounting kit. This comes with 3 different thicknesses of shims and rubber to gasketing, and you just shim it according to the thickness of the glass or the Herculite door. We have them for single doors and double doors. Z brackets. Back when I started, if you had in-swing doors, you would have to order a lock specific to that application. So inevitably somebody would order 10 locks for a job, and 2 of them would end up being in-swing doors, and they'd have to be rushing out a whole new lock. Whereas now with the Z bracket, they can just order the Z brackets and the lock attaches properly to it. Universal header bracket. This is used in lieu of angle brackets. This works for several different applications. This is kind of your go-to in an emergency when you need to get it on and off a job and you don't have time to wait to order an angle bracket. So it comes with a machined wire chase, pre-holed drills, and can be used on various applications for both single and double doors. The aluminum spacer bracket. This is where you have a grout-filled frame. Since our mag locks are not handed, this gives you a way to run your power wires from one end of the lock to the other without having to go through the grout-filled frame. Armature mounting plates. This is for those applications where you either don't want to or can't put a through bolt all the way through the door. The plate is a surface mount plate which is attached to the door, but the armature plate is actually attached to the flush mount plate, therefore giving a surface application. Door coordinator locking mounting kits. This allows you to mount the lock down below the door coordinator. We hear too many horror stories where installers do not understand what a door coordinator is and they drill right on through it, ruining the door coordinator. So this is a bracket that drops it down below the coordinator and the lock mounts to this actual bracket. Okay, we can also supply a heavy-duty drill fixture. This is in lieu of the paper template. This is good for somebody that's installing multiple locks on a building. Somebody can just go through and mark the holes, boom, 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 instead of going up and taping up a paper template on every opening. And they can use this over and over again. Okay, a couple years ago, Locknetics discontinued their 350 series, which is a narrow line 1,200 pound mag lock. SDC's 350 has the same footprint, same prep holes, same size, same everything. It says a 1,200 pound mag lock. It comes standard with door position switch and lock status. We also have the double 352 available. Once again, narrow line, 1,200 pounds holding force, dual voltage, 12 or 24 volt DC. This is for your applications when you have clearance issues. The Excel series is SDC's alternative to the low-cost imports. A few years ago, Secutron brought in the Vista series, which is their lower-end imported line of electrified hardware. SDC's been selling these Excel series overseas for quite some time, so it is an established product. So we decided to bring it in to compete with once again the lower end imports. The mag locks come standard with door status, lock status, and bicolored LED. They also utilize the interlocking mounting plate like our US made mag locks. Dual voltage 12 or 24 volt DC, and they come in aluminum finish. The E1200 is the 1,200 pound mag lock. The 600 is the 600 pound mag lock. Once again, utilizing the same interlocking mounting plate, so ease of installation like our US made products that come with bond alert, door position, and LED. The E6200 is SDC's cost-effective alternative to the Secutron M62. Same size, same prep, comes with a 10-foot jacketed cable, dual voltage 12 or 24 volt DC. It's got a door status indicator and a magnetic bond sensor. Once again, the E6200 comes standard with magnetic bond sensor and door position switch for the same list price as the standard, no option M62. For cleaning and maintenance, we recommend abrasive cloth similar to Scotch-Brite by 3M and a rust inhibitor, in which we recommend LPS3. Never use sandpaper. A nice light coat of rust inhibitor and armature plate is also recommended. Okay, the E1200 390 MP is a mounting plate for retrofitting the E1200 into the old Locknetics 390 prep. What this does is it lines up the lock so that you can utilize the existing prep for the armature plate. Now the 1511 390 AMP, this is a solution for retrofitting the 390 using the 1510 series mag lock. Once again, what this does is it positions the lock so they can use the existing prep that's there for the armature plate.